Hello, all, and welcome back to my channel. This is your friend, the Traveling Sag. Please do not forget to like and subscribe for more cruising and traveling content. So, now join me for my latest cruise, which was on Independence of the Seas for their 3-night Halloween cruise. So, this was the first cruise back in the United States. Independence of the Seas was overseas in Europe, I believe, over the summer. And then it made its way here on, I believe the date that I sailed was October 29th. Yes. So in the beginning, embarkation was a little busy. They had to get things sorted out. We had to wait a while. It was the longest I've waited. Check-in was smoothly, but everyone had to wait in the cruise terminal and be basically let on board by section. But anyhow, once I got on board, listen, you're gonna follow me as I make my way around the ship on embarkation day. So the first thing that I do when I get on board, I head to my muster station. So you have to do the in-app muster station activities, which is you listen to a signal and you watch a video, and then you mark it complete on the app, on the Royal Caribbean app. As soon as you get on board, I recommend that you go straight, make a beeline for your muster station. And this is where I'm headed to now. I just find my way, I go straight there, straight to my muster station. And I think we are arriving to it right now. I had reservations for lunch at Chops. So right after the muster station, I made my way straight to the Windjammer because that's where the Chops restaurant is, and I went straight there for my lunch. I did not have breakfast. I opted to skip breakfast because I knew I was going to have what I thought would be a hearty lunch. And it wasn't busy at all. My reservation was for I think 12:30, but because we got on board late, it's not a problem. So here is the menu, right? And it's different from the dinner menu. This is a more limited menu suitable for lunchtime. The appetizers are small, so I had 2 servings of the shrimp cocktail. The bread was really good. And this was the filet mignon. This lunch, and I had ordered a side of, I believe, tater tots. The waiter forgot it. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't the best lunch I've had on Royal Caribbean. To me, I would rate it was a 6. Yeah, the steak to me was not, it wasn't really good to me. So the lunch was meh. So after that, I head to my room. The cabins are usually ready probably around 1:30. So right after lunch, I went straight to my cabin to make sure, maybe to see if my luggage was there. I had my carry-on with me, and then they deliver the luggage later. So my cabin was located on deck 9, and I think it was in the aft part. Yes, the aft part of the ship. So that's where I'm headed now. So I basically cut through the pool deck, walk straight through the solarium, and I'm going to make my way 2 floors down from there. So that's where my cabin was there. And it was a very good location. I loved where my cabin was located. I almost always stay on deck 9 because I feel like it's central. It's a central location to everything. It's not too far from a deck 5, which you have the promenade, and it's not too far from also the pool deck, from the solarium, from Windjammer, etc. So I almost always stay on deck 9 or above when I cruise. I don't think I've ever stayed below deck 9, but one day I'll try. I think I am booking soon a another cruise with my children. I may be going on the Wonder of the Seas, and I am doing a guaranteed cabin, so I may be for once staying on a lower deck, but we'll see. So this is me heading down, trying to find my room. And again, I like to also stay near this area, the opening. I love to stay in that area because I don't like to walk too far down the hallway. So I think, yep, here we are. This is my cabin. And I was in a spacious ocean view balcony. This room, I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. It was comfortable. The bed was far better than the bed at the YVE Hotel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check out my review on the YVE Miami Hotel. I had a good night's sleep in this bed. They're two twins that they push together to make a royal king, and you can request that before you cruise. You can make your requests. You can either call them. I'm not sure if you can make requests on the cruise planner, but I usually will call them and ask them. Oh yes, you do have the option when you are booking your reservation for a king or split two beds. Yes, or you can call them and make that request as well. Here is the bathroom. Again, it's your standard Royal Caribbean cabin bathroom. You only get a tub in, I believe, suites and above, I think. Yes, because the suites I've stayed in, they all have bathtubs except for the panoramic suite that does not have a bathtub. Last time I checked on these ships. So again, the bathroom, the water pressure was perfect. I have no issues with taking a shower. I'm fine with the bathroom. Lay out all of my toiletries, and yeah, I had no issues with this bathroom at all. Enough towels. I love towels. I love when hotels and cruises just supply you with ample amounts of towels. So, and this is the closet. Again, a standard Royal Caribbean closet, standard cabin closet, and it was enough for my luggage. I feel like it was more than enough. So, yeah, and I was traveling solo, so I had more than enough space. And here's the balcony. The room is a little dated. The cabin does need an upgrade, excuse me. They can definitely update the drapes and all, but it still was a fantastic room in my opinion. Here's the view, here's the balcony, and here's the view, the Miami skyline. I love Miami. And I'm a germaphobe. I carry so much cleaning supplies in my bag. So I just always tend to, I know the stewards clean the rooms, but this ship just had a 14-day transatlantic crossing, and they're rushing, they're trying to clean the room. So I tend to spray everything down. Just spray it down, let it sit. I nearly choked while spraying this, but I just like to spray stuff down. And so after this, I head out. I love to explore the ship. But then after checking my room out, I make a beeline to the Royal Promenade because I want to get my Sea Pass card stamped. I want a hole made in it so I can wear it on my lanyard. So that's also one of the first things I always do. This lanyard is so old. I've had this lanyard since I first started cruising, but I love it. Never fails me. I got it from Walmart. I just love it. Get my card punched. And yeah. So now after this, I headed to the sail away party. Listen, I know Royal, you cannot compare Royal to Carnival's sail away party, which I'd like to experience one day. But nonetheless, this is our Royal Caribbean typical sail away party. They play the same songs. And this is when the ships they were leaving port, and we were alongside. I believe this is MSC. It's a beautiful ship. I didn't realize. Wow, I'd like to try MSC one day as well. Beautiful ship. This is the MSC. I think Seaside. I think that's what it was. Seascape or Seaside. There's a lot of people on there. Wow. Yeah. Again, beautiful ship. I just love this part of embarkation. Two things that I love. I love walking the plank up to the ship, and then I love as we sail away, as the ships sail off into the open ocean. I just love this. Yeah, this is the MSC Seascape. Beautiful Miami, beautiful ships, just it's a vibe. So I had dinner every night at the Windjammer. I did not go to the main dining room. And can I just let you guys know the best Windjammer food? I'm sorry, the food was spectacular in Windjammer. And I've sailed Independence before. Every time I've sailed Independence since 2019, I believe, the food has been amazing in the Windjammer. Amazing. So after this, I headed to the Royal Promenade after dinner. Then I went to the nightclub. I'm always in the nightclubs. Always in the nightclubs. And I like to compare between ships. Which ship has the best nighttime experience, nightclub experience? I think I'm going to make a video comparing the Freedom versus the Independence. In my opinion, I'll let you know which one I think is the better party ship. Because oftentimes these ships do the 3-night cruises, so those are considered like party cruises. So yeah, this was it. I would say it was pretty lit. It was. There was a lot of dancing. The music was bumping. I did not care for the DJ. He got better towards the middle of the party, but in the beginning, it was a dud. And again, this was a Halloween cruise, so there was a group that had like a theme, a sailor theme. So everyone from that group had some kind of nautical costume on. So I think it was cute. They dressed up in different costumes every night. I'm going to stick a picture that I took of them in one of my later videos. They were very nice, a very festive and fun group. And that's what cruising's all about. Cruising with your loved ones, or you can cruise alone. That's self-care to me. I would consider that self-care. But also cruising with friends and family. It's just so much fun. Whether you're with people or alone, it is a vibe. Like they say in today's lingo, it's lit. Okay, so that was embarkation day on my 3-night Halloween cruise aboard Independence of the Seas. I had a blast. I always love the first day. Again, to recap, check-in was seamless. We just had a slight delay with boarding, but that was because they were coming in from a transatlantic, but it wasn't bad. Lunch was okay at Chops. Dinner at Windjammer was spectacular. In my opinion, Windjammer was better than Chops. The nightclub was also a blast. The DJ could have been better in the beginning, but that was fine. It got better towards the end. And the room, I loved my room. It was comfortable. It was clean. The beds were comfortable. And that is the recap of my first day on board Independence of the Seas. Let me know what you guys think. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for day 2 aboard Independence of the Seas. Thanks, and do not forget to live life one trip at a time. Bye.